So I'd like to introduce a Fodac board member and generous advocate to the podium now. In 2012, a 23-year-old young lady became a national story as she battled back from an almost fatal flesh-eating infection that robbed her of her left leg, right foot, and both hands. She stood out as a vivid symbol of strength, survival, and ongoing faith. Her recovery through the many operations, grueling therapy, and difficult adjustment to a new body is nothing short of remarkable. During her recovery, she finished her master's in psychology at the University of West Georgia and her master's in social work at Valdosta State. She's become an oft-requested inspirational speaker and vocal advocate for people with disabilities. And we're proud and honored to have her on our board as a representative of Fodac and its mission. Ladies and gentlemen, Aimee Copeland.
To be here with you all today, but most of all to be a part of Fodac every day. It has certainly changed my life for the better. It was 4 years ago after I contracted the flesh-eating bacteria that I first learned of Fodac. After several months in the ICU, I was transferred to Shepherd Center in Atlanta. And when I left Shepherd Center, I was very surprised to find out that I would not be going home with the wheelchair that we had talked about. In fact, it would be several weeks before my custom wheelchair would be built. And my family and I had no idea what we were going to do. My parents would be going back to work and I would be home all alone. When they showed me the wheelchair they were sending me home with, and I was very surprised to see that I couldn't even push myself a few feet in this wheelchair. How would I get to the bathroom? How would I feed myself? These were some of the questions that I had. But luckily, God put Fodac in my life about a week before that. Chris Brand and my dad are both Rotarians, and Chris Brand had actually been speaking to my dad's Rotary Club. I mean, how's that for just meant to be? And we learned that we could go to Fodac and get a wheelchair in the interim that would allow me to be independent at my home. And so we came out and we checked out the warehouse and the Christmas room, and I was astonished. I not only went home with a wheelchair that I could get around with all on my own, but I also went home with a new passion. Because, you know, I lived the first 24 years of my life completely normally, with no thought or consideration to accessibility, people in wheelchairs. When I saw that Christmas room and the pediatric equipment, I felt my heart being pulled for these children. These kids that, you know, weren't able to play on the playground, weren't able to go to the skating rinks or get in people's houses for birthday parties. And I felt that this was a very strong calling for me to help all of these people to get the equipment that they need. The opportunities that are so important to us. Mobility, something that we take for granted every day. The fact that we can take one step and another in front of each other. And so I felt this incredible passion because I wasn't able to unsee what I had seen, nor did I want to. I felt called to join with this organization, and it has been a huge blessing to me ever since. It was an incredible part of my own recovery, and I tell people all the time, you know, when you help other people, you're the one that gets the most healing. I have benefited far more from this organization and what I'm able to do for this organization than anything I've done for them. So it's been just an incredible, incredible opportunity to witness the impact of Fodac. And the way I like to see it is it's almost like this web. And what we're doing is in the center of this web and providing equipment to people who need it. But the tendrils that go out into the world from what we're doing are infinite. Getting people back to work, getting people to school, the kids that come here and get a walker and are able to run across the room for the first time in their lives. This is incredible. The impact that we're able to have on the world is just amazing to me. And so I'm so very grateful for having this opportunity and to be able to spread this word. And I just think we're so lucky to have this organization in our community. There are so many communities out there that don't have anything like this. And so it is a great honor to be able to continue to help this organization not only sustain, but grow and to evolve so that more communities can be reached, more people can be reached, and more people can be positively affected and given that gift of independence, which is what I was given, you know, for those 2 weeks to be able to move around my house. And that is what has allowed me to now continue to do what I'm doing, to maintain my independence. And I just think about the people that come in here day in and day out and are given that same gift of independence that I was given. And they're able to then go out into their world and their community and spread that along. That's what we're doing. So I like to think of this organization almost as like this exponential organization. Not only because, you know, for every dollar donated, because we are a reuse center, we're able to give much more than just that $1 to the community. That money is multiplied. And also for every person that we help, they're going to go out and spread this word and do great things in the world that they might not have been able to do if they didn't have the equipment and were never given that opportunity. So I am just amazed every day. Every time that I get to come in here, this feels like family to me. This feels like home. When you walk through the door, there's just an incredible sense of peace, of calmness, an incredible sense of empathy and compassion. And I think that these are all the things that Fodac embodies for every single person that walks through that door. And I'm so glad that I finally got to meet Ed today so that I can personally thank him for being a tool of the Lord and for allowing that will to unfold and become what it is today. We are so grateful to you.
Thank you.
I can't thank you enough. Who is continuing that vision and continuing to allow that mission to unfold every day in all the work he does. He works so incredibly hard giving himself to this organization. It's really amazing. I have seen very few people who are as dedicated to what they do as Chris is. And I think that trickles down, as you'll see with the staff members here. The staff members here come here because they feel strongly dedicated to this organization's mission. They come here to contribute to that and to keep that going. You know, this isn't just a job, it's a calling for everyone who is involved in this organization. And of course, most of all, I'd like to thank you all, the friends of Fodac, the people that come here and allow us to continue our mission and allow us to continue giving back to the community. Thank you for not turning around and turning your back and pretending like you didn't see this. Thank you for not being able to unsee what you have seen and for having that passion and that dedication and allowing us to grow and to evolve so that we can continue to reach our tendrils out into the world and bless everyone who comes here. Thank you all so much for coming today.